and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we're going to do what kind of feels like a twin flame reading. We've got somebody in that runner-chaser dynamic, probably a kind of even divide in terms of whether or not this could be a masculine or a feminine. But we do have what's really compelling here is somebody going from insecurity, the Queen of Chalices in the reverse, to strength. Somebody is gaining in confidence. We've got intensity. The feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. This could be a little bit worse because we have the ending here with, so I run away to process them. Yeah, you may have run away, but you're actually doing some kind of work here. So I feel like now we're going to end up finding out, hello there, Miss Christina, that somebody has done the work and tamed the beast within, addressed whatever fears they had, so they can now, maybe approach something a little bit more maturely. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. Just a little bit. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am so cold, you guys. So, I might be just like warming my hands up a little bit here. All right, let's get started with the situations deck. I hope you have some fun plans for the weekend. It's Friday. Oh, in Alabama too, huh, Christina? That makes me feel a little bit better. All right, so we have poison. I like that it was almost in the reverse, you guys. I think we have somebody that has woken up to, hello there, pirate, to the need to remove toxicity from their life. And if I had to guess, this person is about 75% of the way there. So there may still be some family members or friends that this person is trying to kind of, shall we say, process and figure out a way to make their life a little bit more balanced and less prone to chaos. You are absolutely spot on there, Redbeard. We gotta hit like for Fridays. It's even better than Saturday, if you ask my opinion, because the whole weekend's ahead of you. So we have single coming out in the reverse. So we might have somebody that has cleaned out a lot of toxic people, but is still dealing with a toxic relationship. Let's find out more about this single card in the reverse here. We've got gossip coming out sideways. This feels like somebody who's been gossiping for a long time about a situation they thought they could kind of control the narrative on. But with it coming out sideways, I think somebody's realizing that it's a little bit more of a challenge to get people to listen to what they're saying or to get people to believe what they're saying. They may have already been kind of exposed as a gossiper or somebody who might be a little bit dishonest in terms of what they know or what they think. Ooh. Okay, so let's just then reconsider real quick. We had both of these come out in the reverse with poison or toxic, like 75% of the way there, right? Well, now we have somebody who's done. They've learned their lesson and there aren't any emotions here. This feels like somebody acknowledging that they are in a relationship that isn't really going where they thought it would, and that they maybe don't feel the way they once did, possibly because this partner of theirs has demonstrated kind of some low vibe behavior that doesn't really jive with this person either anymore or it never really did. Did you guys love Pirate's new profile pic? I gotta be honest though, I liked the one right before you changed that one too, because I think you changed it twice. I'm not a stalker. We have journal and entrapment. I don't like this. So this person that is prone to gossip and has kind of pushed someone away by their possibly because they're insecure, possibly because they're emotionally manipulative. Whoever this person is that is about to be, I think, left, they're taking notes, they're documenting something, and they're doing so in order to find a way to get money out of this person. There's a sense that somebody knows this relationship is not necessarily going as well as it used to. Maybe there's no more physical intimacy, or maybe the like conversation has kind of dried up. But somebody is trying to find a way to keep this person stuck or at least get financial benefit here. So be cautious if you know you're about to end a relationship. Be cautious in terms of what you say or what you do. There's somebody here who's trying to trip you up or find a way to maybe even like through the legal process get money from you. So mind your P's and Q's. And you also might want to take this as a sign that you should maybe document your own shit. What does that mean? Instead of calling someone regarding, let's say, division of assets, put that shit in an email, put that shit in a text message, make sure it is auditable, okay? You don't want to, I mean, you can record the voice too, but I think it's much better to have everything in email format or in text. When I left a job and I didn't feel like they were going to treat me the way they should after I left, they, like my former boss, asked me to hop on a phone call, and I said, no, thank you. I would rather everything go through email because I would like to have a record of what you said. Because I don't trust you. So somebody here is thinking they can control the narrative, and I want to make sure you know what you can do to protect yourself with regards to doing the same thing. When I had kind of a questionable work thing happen long ago, I was advised to literally write down the date, write down the incident, any details that were pertinent. Even just doing that kind of thing shows that you have some level of evidence, right? And if you want to email yourself at that specific time, that's an even better way to make sure that it comes across as something that you were documenting in real time. So, you know, protect yourself. We've got house in the reverse. So there could be a delay here in terms of moving away from somebody who's toxic because of a living situation. It may be difficult to sell a house. It may be difficult to rent a new place. It may be difficult to do, all of this footwork without somebody figuring out what you're doing. There's somebody here that's feeling like they have to be very methodical in terms of how they make their next moves. And with child in the reverse, for some of you, this could be someone tried to get pregnant and was unable to, or this could be somebody got pregnant by somebody else. It's not your child. And for I think the majority of you, this is more so saying somebody is going to try to convince you that they are not toxic, that it was somebody else, that, you're misunderstanding the situation. And this card is saying, yeah, they're not innocent. And you know that. So don't let anybody talk you out of your own intuition, okay? If your gut tells you that somebody's lying to you or that somebody was trying to play you, you're probably right. You're probably right. False person. So this is somebody wearing a mask who is trying to manipulate the situation to their own desired outcome. But they're struggling. Notice this mask is kind of it's sexy, but it's not a very good mask, right? I see right through you. So if somebody is trying to present themselves as more innocent or more trustworthy than they actually are, I feel like more and more so people are seeing through their lies or their illusions. And then we also have this other person in the background here that's also wearing a mask. So for some of you, this person could have been stepping out on the relationship. There could be a third party friend that was maybe trying to kind of like work in cahoots with this partner or ex partner of yours. We've got occupation, and this is making me feel like somebody wanted you to work for everything. Like you do everything. So you may have kind of been a little bit frustrated with somebody's maybe immaturity or inability to take care of their own shit, like bills. I'm sorry. Why are we talking about sausage rolls? Hello there, Miss Joanna. Happy Friday. Oh. Well, if you have a really, really amazing beard, doesn't that just kind of cover you? Get it? All right. I'm going to take both of those. So we may have somebody here that has like a masculine energy that has a pretty strong reputation. A lot of people look up to this person, or they're known as somebody who gets shit done, right? This is not somebody that needs to ask for help a lot. I get more so that this is somebody that often helps others, or at least, contributes in some way, right? And then we have community in the reverse. So I feel like we've got a masculine energy asking whether or not a social community is where he should be. I feel like someone might be considering moving away or, cutting off more than one person within a social group. Did you see that? I think it kind of like stood up for a while. Imprisonment. Remember I said somebody was trying to trap you? That's right under entrapment. This, I don't feel, is like somebody wants to send you to actual jail. They might be pleased with that, but this is somebody who wants you locked up in their basement. It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. All right, let's move to the tarot, shall we? We're going to start with the Santa Muerte deck. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Chariot. This feels like eviction or somebody realizing that they have to move very quickly to avoid major financial loss. So I really feel with the house in the reverse that somebody is having to update their address. Somebody is moving out, or I love that, Christina. Somebody is realizing that they can't afford what they previously could. We've got Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. It looks like somebody is not as adept at social climbing as she thought, and now has to kind of rush around and see who else in the community they could potentially, shack up with. But I feel like do you see we've got a skull in the actual chariot, or I don't know, carriage? Somebody thinks they can continue what they've been doing, which I think is basically highway robbery, trying to steal from others so you don't have to work. Someone thinks they can just move on to the next person, but they have been exposed, and it's going to be a lot harder for them to be able to find somebody that's willing to play their games. The other day, I referenced the movie Heartbreakers with Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Somebody who thought, they could leverage their sexual energy to get financial security instead of having, a job. We have the Star in the reverse. This is an unhealed person, somebody who's walking around refusing to address the childhood trauma or other, more later in life trauma that they've been going through. And this was toxic energy that filled whatever living situation this was. So I think somebody, likely this main male, realized that if there was a need to change so that he could actually heal, because we have the Star in the reverse, That's like not being able to heal. Somebody realized I need to change my environment. I can't stay where I am and expect things to get better because there's a void of a soul in that person over there. Yeah, I said it was a. Maybe you should pull your own weight. I don't know. Try that. Try not being fake. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. Somebody knows they need to leave if they want to find a happier existence. Eight of Cups is about leaving behind something that you have already invested quite a lot in. Often this is a situation that involves a lot of love. You know, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it's somebody that means something to you or something, right? I feel like we have somebody that has decided wherever they are is holding them back. And it might be as simple as moving across town. It might be as simple as moving to the other end of the apartment building. It might be moving to another state. It might be moving to another country. But someone knows they have to leave where they are and kind of like not look back. Even though, as I say that, Mr. Skelly here is definitely looking back. So, And then we have the Queen of Wands. I love this Queen of Wands. It's very different from a lot of the other depictions that we have, but it's like, oh my, what do you mean? With this big, beautiful hat. I feel like this is somebody playing coy. So I'm kind of actually, like, even though this is a beautiful card, it's complicated, right? By the fact that this is clarifying the entrapment and the imprisonment card. This is somebody feigning innocence and pretending that they don't know what they do. You know, like a random example, but I'll use it. Let's say you and your buddies are playing pool in a bar, like a dive bar, and you know, you want to take the table, so you have to beat the people that were already playing. And Miss Queen of Wands here just, you know, kind of adjusts the shirt a little bit so that the cleavage shows when she's making her shots. That kind of thing. Oh, no, I just, you know, I didn't know that would happen. Oh, what? No, this person is not innocent. This person knows exactly what they were doing. If this is somebody who got pregnant on accident, it was not on accident. Somebody was trying to lay claim to somebody's future earnings, period. If that's not true, this isn't your reading, because this is somebody who is very focused on that. Fruit toast. What's fruit toast? Because, like, does it just mean toast with fruit on it? Like avocado toast? I have a feeling you two are going to become best friends, huh? All right, let's see. We're going to do... we're going to use the beginner tarot. If you are considering buying your first tarot deck, this is an excellent one to choose because it gives you, you know, a selection of what the card means for both directions, and then also has this cute little phrase at the bottom. All right, let's learn more about this devious Queen of Wands, shall we? So, Three of Wands and King of Wands, both in the reverse. Somebody is arrogant, intolerant, stubborn, and ruthless. But there's something they didn't consider. With this Three of Wands in the reverse, that's like, oh, I didn't expect you to do that, you know? I don't think this person expects to be called out for what they're doing or expects to be caught. There could be evidence. Remember, we gotta document shit, right? You may be the person that stops this Queen of Wands in her tracks because you know, or you have been like a witness to her shenanigans. And there's something here about the Chariot, like someone moving really fast and they're not innocent intentions, and then they encounter the King of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this is calling out the Queen of Wands for being a bully, but also saying that she's met her match. I'm not calling you a bully, but I think this Queen of Wands has run into somebody that's not afraid to tell her to her face what they think about her. And I applaud you, sir or madam, for having cojones, because this person does need to hear, you know, the truth. It's probably very foreign to them. But this is like the King of Wands stops the Chariot. So whatever she was doing, whatever this Queen of Wands thought she could continue to do in terms of not working or taking advantage of people that have money, it's not going to work anymore. There's something here about with the star in the reverse, losing some of that brilliance, losing some of that shine. So for some of you, this person may have relied heavily on their looks, and then they see like a sudden deterioration, right? All of a sudden, maybe they get sick and well, whatever. You know how to like fill the end of that, right? This person is not as attractive as they were at one point. They could be stressed out. They could be drinking too much. They could be smoking too much. But this person's going to struggle to continue to do that same kind of like heartbreaker shit, right? Beyond that, people are less drawn to this person. There's something about their magnetism that is evaporated as well. This is karma. This person may have been able to do what they were doing, for years, but if I had to guess, I would think, see how we have kind of 2 6s because the 9 is in the reverse? 6 people have gone through this nightmare from this Queen of Wands. 6 people. She uses memories or love bombing or sex to get people to basically stay or fall into her trap. And then once there's, something that kind of makes it difficult for this person to leave, maybe you move in together, something like that, then their true colors shine and you see who they really are. But with this 9 of Swords in the reverse, this Queen of Wands may be kind of struggling to sleep at night, but you or the people that this Queen of Wands has messed with, no, they're getting help. Karma. We might see the Wheel of Fortune come out. It might be in the upright or the reverse, because if it comes out for her, it'll be in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. 3 of Swords. So on the 3 of Swords, it says, a harsh truth is better than a soft lie. I love that line. This feminine energy is learning a very difficult lesson, which is you can't keep fooling people. Gonna learn today. So this person has been wasteful, selfish, not willing to do their own work. They don't pull their own weight. If they agree to, let's say, wash the dishes while you're out buying groceries, yeah, no, that shit ain't happening. They'll make up some stupid excuse like, I don't know, the water wasn't working. Okay, sure. This person's greedy. And now all of that pain and suffering that they have inflicted on others because of their selfishness, maybe they're a narcissist, is coming back on them. So I feel like, remember we started with running and chasing, right? I feel like this is like the first chapter. This may end up being kind of a long reading, you guys, because I feel like this is somebody realizing I need to put this in the past. This toxic bullshit, the toxic relationships, the toxic people, I'm leaving all of that behind. So I feel like there's another chapter here where after leaving this Queen of Wands in the dust, this person who is moving away from her is going to find something better, something more real or with an actual connection on it, right? Because this King of Swords knows that this isn't a situation that's going to change. This King of Swords is intelligent and can see through this Queen of Wands bullshit. Oh, no, I didn't mean to steal your money. I would never do that bullshit. This King of Swords is wising up to this Queen of Wands habits and behaviors and is no longer afraid to say exactly what he thinks. The King of Swords is someone who could even kind of like be a little bit blunt or harsh, right? And maybe that's what this Queen of Wands deserves. We could actually call this particular queen the Queen of Wants. She doesn't ever do anything. She just wants stuff from people all the time. All right, we're going to transition over to what's happening now that he's moving away, right? This is the Rider-Waite, or as I like to call it, the OG. Redbeard, I know what you mean. It's been a struggle, but I've been working on that. Because I find knowledge is power. And it started with not wanting to post all of my shit on social media. Why should I let everyone know what my life is about? If you want to know, you can get to know me, right? And then it went on from there to when I'm talking to people and it's, maybe just a little bit tense, silence is golden. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Single. Remember we had single in the reverse? I told you, we have a part 2. Somebody is moving away from this or already has. And this is also helping somebody with regards to their finances and their intuition. There is enlightenment happening here. Somebody realizes they have the keys to the car. They can move it. They control which direction it goes, not this Queen of Wands. So somebody knows how to get to Happy Town because the Sun is the happiest card in the deck, right? Somebody feels empowered finally to change what has prevented them from moving towards their own happiness. So the feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. Somebody knows now what they need to do, and they've got the confidence to actually do it. The Devil. This was the fear standing in the way. Came out in the upright though, so we better figure out what's going on there. King of Wands in the reverse. This is like somebody who's quick to anger. Somebody may need to kind of take a breather, recover, ground yourself, spend some time in nature to let go of all of this baggage and this bullshit before you move forward, right? I just really don't recommend people jumping from relationship to relationship. And I can say that because I used to do it. You got to take time for you, okay? Level set. Figure out what went wrong. What could I have done better? What do I need to do better in terms of communication? If you don't take that time out for yourself, you are only asking to repeat that same lesson because you haven't internalized or processed what you needed to before diving in with someone else. It's like signing up for 3 Tinder dates in one night. Sure, you can do it. It's probably not the best idea, though. Probably makes for a great sitcom, but So we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. So I feel like we have a masculine energy who feels they were disrespectful towards their love interest, spoke out of turn, let their anger take over their words. And now there's a sense that because they've been working really hard to address whatever these feelings are, whatever the trauma is that maybe held them back, they feel like they can now defend what they really want with the 9 of Wands. And the Egyptian tarot, I'm seeing it in my mind, there is a scarab beetle in the center of the 9 wands, indicating that somebody is protecting something that's very important to them. And I feel like this Nine of Wands is in the sideways position because somebody is realizing they have to take a different approach in terms of, kind of being a little bit defensive, but they don't want it to come across as defensive against this person that is their love interest. And yet they're not willing to give up on this. So it's like, yes, I want to fight for this, but I'm not going to be an a-hole like I was the last time. Now we have the devil being clarified here. Somebody may be a little obsessed with making a love offer. I think that's where we're at, because we have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So this is like a gift, a blessing, an offer. I think somebody thinks about this day and night. How do I explain myself? How do I make sure this person knows they can trust me, that I've learned something? They feel like there's unfinished business between the two of you, and that there's maybe not a lot of hope here. With the Four of Wands in the reverse, I feel like there's a shaky foundation. And this masculine energy may fear that if they come through and tell you how they feel, maybe you'll just laugh at them and be like, well, yeah, that was like a year ago, bro. What's up? Why are you still thinking about me? Then we have the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. This person wants to take action and I think communicate, possibly face to face, and let you know that they want to build something, that they are like earnest or genuine. They want to fight for this. They want to make an offer. See, we have two, the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles both are like someone offering something up, right? Now, this could also be about information. Someone may feel like they need to tell you the truth in a situation and that they can't really make you a love offer until they tell you the truth first. Alrighty. We're going to use the Morgan Greer. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, Magician in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse. Somebody feels like they took too long or that they are taking too long, but it's because somebody has really tried to block them or create obstacles for them, create delays for them in terms of rebalancing or bringing stability back into their life. So I feel like this is a reference to that Queen of Wands, right? Yes, I've been working kind of slow here, but I really did want to come towards you. I've just had people who were literally trying to make sure I couldn't do anything I wanted to. But this person doesn't want to rely too heavily on that. There's a sense here that this person also needs to take responsibility for not acting as quickly as they could have, or not communicating at some point, hey, this is why I'm over here and separated from you, but I do want to work towards this, right? Like there could have been some sort of heads up. We have the King of Swords. Devil sideways, huh? I think this is, see how he's like watching this situation? The King of Swords is like facing the last three cards that I drew. And he's got his sword drawn. This is like somebody trying to figure out how to tell the truth about the situation. Like, what details do I really need to give? Not because I think they want to be dishonest with you, but because they don't want to belabor the point, right? But this person is thinking about this all the time. Like their friends or family may be like a little bit frustrated, like, yo, Matthew, what are you doing? Like, I was just talking to you. Hello. What are you thinking about? Oh, nothing. Really? Because I think you're thinking about a reunion, Three of Cups, a reconciliation, somebody that you want to see again. When we were talking about fruit on toast, I'm pretty sure I said something about an avocado. So maybe avocados are important. Or maybe, like me, you just think that, the color green is the best color in the world. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I think someone wants to jump into a relationship here, but they're a little concerned that you'll have a choice to make or that you will be at a crossroads because they know there are other people that are interested in this love interest of theirs, right? So this King of Swords knows they have to act quickly, they have to be honest, and they also have to kind of like get to the point, right? But they want to find a way to communicate this without it coming across as somebody who is, you know, being deceitful. So there must have been something deceitful in the past. Maybe they didn't tell you they were in a relationship. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Someone has been waiting and waiting. I think this is the love interest, the star. So this person is definitely adept at healing. This is someone who knows how to transmute pain into beauty. Could be an artist or a writer, dancer, something like that. Somebody who inspires others, and I believe is a big fan of animals. We have the Cardinal here. For some of you, your love interest, or perhaps even I'm speaking to you, you may have lost somebody that was important to you, like a passed over situation, right? Because this Cardinal is a visit from a loved one. It might not be recent, it might not have been, in the last month, it might have been a year ago, but there's somebody here who is trying to make sure this star energy gets their wish fulfillment. And it's a passed over loved one. So there could be signs or messages hitting this King of Swords over the head with, hey, you idiot. Hey, you gotta come clean. You gotta be honest, and you gotta tell somebody that you rejected their love offer when you really wanted to accept it. So this person, I think, is being kind of bombarded with intuition or dream state messages that encourage them to move forward. All right, we're going to use the Everyday Tarot. What does this person want to say? They've had a change of heart. Ace of Cups. Eight of Swords and Ace of Cups. Somebody sees this love interest completely differently. They may have already known they were in love, but they also feel like they respect or cherish this person even more now than they did, because I think this star really handled themselves in a mature or classy way, despite everyone else kind of being, immature twats. But this Ace of Cups is somebody realizing, I can't run away from real love. I can't just continually seek out superficial or toxic relationships in order to avoid the deep feelings that I have for someone. I need to actually lean into the love that I feel here and see how it goes. So I think someone's about to confess how they feel. This person's also had a change in opinion regarding their friends or family members, with the Three of Cups clarifying the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this really feels like one person moving away from a selfish, materialistic, greedy person in favor of a real, a true love situation. So this person who ran from you is now going to chase you. So, pull it back to that title. And it's because you're in your Queen of Wands energy. Not this oh, did I do that? No, this is I'm not looking back to the past. I'm not trying to pull people back that, walked away. If you want to be in my life, you show me you want to be in my life. I'm not going to beg you. Nothing that is for me will have to be forced. If it's for me, it'll be for me. If it's not for me, it won't be for me. But you're in your Queen of Wands, solid, upright, good shit kind of energy. Whereas this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse was trying to force a situation, but was also being really disloyal. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. I think someone lied to you about being in a relationship. But I also think somebody felt they needed to be dishonest about how they felt, the love they felt, because they had this kind of belief, this conventional belief or this sense of duty. Like they had to stay with somebody they didn't want to be with, or they need to avoid some sort of relationship because maybe you were, too different in terms of culture, religious beliefs, age. There may have been an assumption here that people would not have accepted you as a couple. But the way I see this Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Wands is that somebody feels like it's too much of a burden to watch their love interest be single. It's like just waiting for someone to steal that last, what's a good example? I can only think of Tickle Me Elmo because I'm not like huge into like gaming systems and stuff, but like I don't know if you guys remember, like I don't know, a decade ago or something, people were straight up like throwing hands for Tickle Me Elmo for Christmas. Like unnecessary, right? That's how this person views their love interest. Like this Nine of Pentacles is Tickle Me Elmo 10 days before Christmas. you know? Like we've got someone who can't handle how popular their love interest is and not knowing whether or not they're still on the market. So they feel like they have to do something about it. All right. So we have Justice in the reverse. Someone feels like they have done wrong by this star energy. And yeah, it's keeping them up at night. Same as that Ten of Wands energy, right? Somebody can't handle the current state of affairs. They feel like they have to rush in and do something, apologize. The Page of Cups. It's all about apologies, right? Oh, I forgot to mention, right before I started this live reading, I was hearing Fleetwood Mac over and over and over again. I'm not a big Fleetwood Mac fan, although I do think Stevie Nicks is like amazing. And I wish I was better at remembering song titles. You guys can feel free to throw down a couple of Joanna, you did? Girl, I had a cardinal fly into the window, like looking right at me and Hambone right after I lost Stewie. So yeah, right there with you. Somebody might have ties to Fleetwood Mac, like it's their favorite band or they, really like that song, blah, 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 whatever it is. It could also describe how someone feels right now because we've got somebody who feels they need to take action right now. You know what? It's driving me crazy. Well, I think my phone's over there. I just can't remember the name of the Fleetwood Mac song. Sorry, guys. It might have been Little Lies. Yeah, I think it was Little Lies. So we've got somebody here who wants to, with the Knight of Wands, take fast action. And what do they want to take action towards? The Queen of Pentacles. Somebody they view as wifey material, husband material. Nine of Cups in the reverse. They feel like they've been selfish and they need to demonstrate that they are no longer, that they have changed. The Ten of Swords in the reverse can signify somebody that has taken time to heal and slowly made a recovery from a pretty significant ending or a difficult situation. This could apply to the star, but I think it also applies to the King of Swords. There could be some element here of the star basically being an inspiration for this King of Swords to change their life and change their outlook on love. The Sun. Yeah, this is like the difficult times have passed. You just need to get over your insecurity and move towards that new beginning you want. So somebody still has a little bit of a lack of confidence here that they need to work towards. And I think they're about to get past that. Maybe there's some sort of information in a dream or some friend makes a passing comment. And that's just like the last thing that this person needs to finally be like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm in love. What do I have to lose at this point, right? The Hermit. Yeah, the Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is a confidence issue. All right, if you're resonating with the masculine energy, if you don't have something and you're going to make a play to get that something, what are you really losing if you don't get it? You didn't have it in the first place. You got to at least speak up, right? There's somebody here who's, I think, generally been a very confident person, but there is something about this love interest that makes them feel like slightly unworthy. And I don't think this person's used to that. I think this person's quite popular, quite used to people like, you know, coming after them. And now they have to make the first move here, or now they have to be, you know, the one putting their feelings on the line. Actually, let's go to the Angel Romance Oracle. We'll call it, as we're almost to 15 minutes. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Someone could have children that they need to do, 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 do,